Hello to everyone. You are all welcome to Time with Esther's Kitchen. That's my YouTube name. Please go to YouTube and subscribe to Time with Esther's Kitchen, and also follow me on Facebook and TikTok as Estofosu. This evening, we are going to prepare carrot light soup with rice. So without wasting much of your time, it's far late. So I'm not going to spend much of your time. I'm going to add my salt. So this is a teaspoon of salt. Hello to everyone. You are all welcome to Time with Esther's Kitchen. This evening, we are preparing. Hello, Milon Holson. Good evening. Please, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for joining in. Salam alaikum. Thank you so much to everyone on TikTok. Thank you so much. Isabuahin, good evening. Please, how are you? Waiting, good evening. Sama, good evening. Please, how are you? How are you? Saboni, good evening. Please, how are you? Happy Friday. You are here, I know. MD Hossein, good evening. Please, how are you? I am fine, thank you, my dear Sama. Dawn, good evening. Ahmed, good evening. And good evening. Dorothy, good evening. Tara, good evening. Good evening, my dear TikTokers. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Good evening to each and everyone. So this evening, our recipe is carrot light soup. Carrot light soup. Raj, good evening. Yummy, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, and you share. I will cover this for a minute, then we'll add my blended ginger, garlic, onions. Wendy, good evening. Good evening. Oluwati, good evening. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, and also you can share for me. Munifa, good evening. Please, how are you? Good evening, sweetheart. Please, how are you? Julie, good evening. Mary, good evening. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, okay? I'm using both Facebook and TikTok. Halimon, good evening. Anoche, good evening. Zalimon, good evening. Mercy, good evening. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, and also you can share for me. So this evening, our recipe is meat with carrot light soup. Yasmin, good evening. Please, how are you all? How are you all doing? Yasmin. I got Yasmin on TikTok. I got Yasmin on Facebook. Please, how are you? Thank God it's Friday. We are all happy today is Friday. I am fine, thank you. Rana, I am fine, thank you. Please, how are you also doing? How are you? So, yeah, Mrs. Thank you so much. Zahara, good evening. Nana Yao, good evening. Ali, good evening. Ken, good evening. Wendy, good evening. Jenny, good evening. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Hello, my dear Precious. Good evening. My sister, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in today. Thank you. Good evening, my dear sister Precious. Please, when you come, I'm using both TikTok and Facebook. So please, when you come, you like, you comment. How are you? How are you to everyone? Because today is Friday. We thank God it's Friday. Happy Friday to each and everyone. MB, good evening. Yusef, good evening. Random, good evening. Beverly, good evening. Noma, good evening. Anne, good evening. Good evening to each and everyone. Fatty, good evening. Tomilo, good evening. Kes, good evening. Ella, good evening. It's running fast, so if I don't mention your name, please forgive me. You are all welcome to Time with Esther's Kitchen. Happy Friday. I am fine, thank you, my dear precious. My dear precious Ameka. Thank you very much for asking, sister. After a minute, I'm going to open my meat. This is my blended ginger, garlic, and onions. I got a lot. If you want your soup to taste nice, good, yummy, add in more onions. So I got a lot of blended onions. I'm adding them. If you add in more onions, the onions are going to do the magic for you. You are not going to add any spices. Your spices is onions. Add in much onions and they are going to do the magic for you. Thank you so much, my dear TikTokers. Thank you for liking. Thank you so much. Oman, good evening. Please, how are you? Raman. Rahaman, good evening. Please, how are you? Happy Friday to each and everyone. Daniela, good evening. I'm going to stir this. And cover this for 2 minutes. Abrewa, good evening. Christopher, good evening. Albert, good evening. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. And also, you can share for me. Sister, come again. What are your thoughts? Today, we are preparing carrot lye soup. Carrot meat lye soup. Yeah. So, if you are cooking and you want your food to taste yummy, add more in onions. And the onions are going to do the magic. Yeah. Richard, good evening. Rushi, good evening. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Mr. Ward, thank you so much for joining in. Fozia, good evening. Jonathan, good evening. Mame, good evening. Guest, good evening. Oh, sweetie, it's up there. It's up there. Sweetheart, America is up there. So, like, if you want to send stars, you can send them. Yeah, it's up there. I can see it up on my life. We are cooking this. Okay, this evening is plain rice with carrot lye soup. Carrot and meat. Carrot with meat lye soup. Yeah, carrot with meat lye soup. This is it. I cook my carrots with my fresh tomatoes and I have blended everything together. So this is it. Let me show you the carrots. Carrot lye soup. Carrot lye soup, sweetheart. After 2 minutes of adding my blended ginger, garlic, onions, it's time for me to add in my blended fresh tomatoes and carrots. Oh, okay. Because I can see it on top of my life here, I can see it. Don't worry, sweetheart. Don't worry, okay? Don't worry. I can see it on top of my live. No, sweetie, I am a Ghanaian. This is my cooked blended carrots and fresh tomatoes. I added only 2 carrots. This is the carrot I added to my tomatoes. Bernice, good evening, please. How are you? Emilia, good evening, please. How are you? Fifi love, good evening. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. And Amma, good evening, please. How are you? How are you and the family doing? Thank you so much for joining in. We'll cover this for a minute, then we'll add my water. Thank you so much for the love. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Please. Sweetie, you can't call now, okay? Sweet. My dear, today I will come live again in the evening, okay? So you will see me and I'm going to pick you, okay? Now I can't pick you. I'm very sorry for that. Like it. I'm not going to pick you. Like it. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Yes, Anna. Me pick you be me say like it, mommy. Me pick you, and you remember life phone. And it a topic in a bay ain't, and they make my pick. You won't say me no Adrian inti. Me pick you be a jammy. MB, good evening. Thank you so much for joining in. Please, how are you? Happy Friday, Mohammed. Good evening. Happy Friday. We thank God it's Friday. Lady, good evening. Michelle, good evening. Please, how are you? How are you all doing? She, good evening. How are you? Happy Friday. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Anna, like what? Na me pick you. It's our time. It's time for me to add in more water. It's soup, so I have to add in more water. MD, good evening. Islam, meat with carrots, lye soup. Meat with carrots, lye soup. That's our recipe for today. Oh, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you so much for liking. Hurrah! Good evening. Thank you so much for joining. Hello, my dear Billionaire. Thank you so much for joining. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Anna, like it. Bush, good evening. Thank you so much for joining in. Amma, So one like here, and you remember pick you. If you're not going to like, my brother Billionaire is here. He's going to like it for me. Don't worry. Aja, good evening, please. How are you? How are you? Bijo, good evening. Bijoy, good evening, please. How are you? Happy Friday to each and everyone. I'm not going to add in more water again. This is how I want the soup to be. Oh, you've given me hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Sweet Amma, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I've said it. I should say thank you. I've said it, sweetheart. I have said it. Richard, good evening. How are you? Sumi, I am fine, thank you. Please, how are you too? Happy Friday. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. You like, you comment, and also you share for me. I am fine, thank you. Please, Richard, how are you? Boffin, good evening, please. How are you? Thank you so much. Ama me da se se o like you. Ai, me da se o ma me love. Me da se nyame shaw bebre. Afi de se what se mada wase. Oh, Richard, unfortunately, I'm not preparing fufu today. This is I'm cooking rice with this. I eat fufu, but I'm not a fan of fufu. I eat fufu, trust me, but I'm not a fan of fufu. It's time for me to add my tomato paste. I only want to eat fufu on Sundays afternoon. Thank you so much, Amma. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much. Thank you. I feel now we Juma. First, need that mean who cry. MD, good evening. Please, how are you? Mohammed, good evening. Thank you so much for watching. Watching from Bangladesh. Thank you so much. Sumi, thank you so much. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, and you share. I'm going to cover this halfway. Oh, see you in the evening. Have a wonderful evening, okay? Please take very good care of yourself. Amma, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining. Opesika. Opesika pao. Joe, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you. Mr. Weld, thank you. Andra, thank you so much for joining in. Islam, good evening. Benjamin, hey, you are on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining in. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, and you share. Hello, Tess. It's been a long time. Please, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining in. Yes, please. I am. Joe, yes, please. Oh, you are at Croydon. All right. Okay. After this, yeah, I'm going to give you my contact, okay? After this, I'm going to give you. I'm from Ghana. I'm a Ghanaian, sweetie. I'm a Ghanaian. Where from you? I'm from Ghana. I'm a Ghanaian. Oh, we thank God for our lives. We thank God that you are fine. I am also fine. I'm also fine. Thank you, sweetheart. Please, when you come, my dear TikTokers, please, when you come, you like, you comment. You like, you comment. MD Johnny, good evening. Please, how are you? Happy Friday. We thank God it's Friday. We thank God it's Friday. Let me check my rice. Very soon I'm going to add my mushrooms to my soup. Rizad, good evening. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining in. Good night, Sumi. Good night. All right, have a good night to you. Have a wonderful night. Love you. Mwah. Bye. Take care. Bye, sweetie. Bye. Satya, good evening, happy Friday. Please, how are you? Good evening, happy Friday. Hello, sweetheart. Please, how are you? I am fine, thank you. And you, MD? Good evening. Happy Friday. Minu. Good evening. Wonderful life. Thank you so much, dear sis. Thank you so much. Good evening, my dear sis. Good evening. Nice cooking. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Thank you. Thank you so much for always supporting me. I'm very grateful. Yes, sis. Alam, good evening. Please, how are you? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hasina, good evening. How are you? Happy Friday. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, and also you share for me. I'm washing up my mushrooms because I have to add mushrooms. It's time for me to add my mushrooms. I got a lot of mushrooms here. I have washed these mushrooms very nicely. I wish you were here to taste some of this food. Hello, my dear. Majumda. Good evening. Okay. Good evening. How are you? Happy Friday to each and everyone. Yes, they are mushrooms. They are mushrooms, sweetheart. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Nura, good evening. Please, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in. Oh, you are from Bangladesh. Thank you so much, my dear friend. Thank you so much for joining in. Oh, today our recipe is meat, mushrooms, carrots, lye soup. Meat and mushrooms, carrots, lye soup. Meat and mushrooms, carrots, lye soup. Oh. Sorry, my dear TikTokers, my phone is off. I'm going to charge it, so we'll be here in a minute, okay? Please, I'm very sorry for that. So it's carrot.
These headphones sit on top of your ears.
Mohammed, thank you so much for joining again. Hello, you are all welcome. My dear TikTokers, I'm very sorry my phone went off, so I have to charge it. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Love, thank you so much for joining in. Hi, please, how are you? How are you? Kwajo Yabua, good evening, please. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, okay? Me pacho baswa, no one like him, me why? Dear me, and I offer, no one like it. Thank you so much, my dear Clara. Thank you so much. Cook, Big Joe, good evening. Thank you so much for joining in. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. And also, you share for me. Sophia, good evening. Thank you so much for joining in. Mizzy, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining. Please, when you come, Ami, thank you so much. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, and also you share. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you. Thank you so much. So today's recipe was carrot lye soup, meat and mushrooms carrot lye soup. So if you want to learn how to prepare this, this is very delicious. Trust me. I wish you were here to taste it. Kezia, good evening. Thank you for joining in. Louise, thank you. Paulina, thank you for joining in. Ahi, thank you. Denisa, thank you so much. SS, thank you. Maria, thank you. BNB, thank you. Hudan, thank you so much for joining in. Haristo, good evening. Nali, thank you so much for joining in. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Please, like. Samuel, Anita, thank you. Obapa J, yay! Where were you? Where were you? Thank you so much for joining in. Rosa, thank you for the like. Please keep on liking. Please keep on liking. John, thank you so much. Mickey, thank you so much. Obapa J, yay! Good evening. And Patrona na uwe hefa. Mashusha will sami who first life crazy. And a masaye way. Hey Obapa. Faustina, thank you so much. Marcia, thank you so much. Thank you so Sissy, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Please. Lisa, thank you so much for joining in. Me pacho baswa, now I like, now I share. Bob, thank you. Obaswa, now I like, now I comment. Mami, dear me, and a of a pan, and your recipe near carrots, and a fresh tomatoes, and a mushrooms, and a meat, meat lye soup. Maka, thank you. RM, thank you. Dynamic, Yo-Yo, Obapa, thank you. David, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Musi, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Dynamic. Fall, thank you so much. Thank you. Zul, Pity. Guys, you guys are doing a wonderful job. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Yvonne, good evening. Nutra, thank you so much. Constant, good evening, good evening, good evening. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, and also you share. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, and you share. Kate, good evening, good evening. Obapa, thank you so much. Thank you for like. Isabel, thank you. Skill, Guri, Liffy, Nana, thank you so much. Anastasia, good evening. Digital, good evening. Shu, good evening. Avilino, good evening. Joy, good evening. Maria again, thank you so much. Anda, good evening. MD Hossein, good evening. Thank you so much for joining in. Please, how are you? Please, how are you? Happy Friday. We thank God it's Friday. Holy, thank you so much. Obapa, thank you. Thank you for liking. Keep on liking and commenting. Sophia, good evening. Anka, good evening. Andra, good evening. Anne, good evening. Amiria, good evening. P, good evening. Mommy, good evening. K, good evening. Ati, good evening. Obapa, good evening. Happy Friday to each and everyone. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, and you share for me. Hello to everyone. Hello to everyone. Cozy, good evening. Please, how are you? Happy Friday to each and everyone. We thank God it's Friday. Happy Friday to each and everyone. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Hi, dear brother. Please, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in. We thank God it's Friday. Happy Friday to each and everyone. MD Abdul Rahim, thank you so much for joining in. Jackie, thank you. Sharon, thank you. Linda, thank you so much for joining in. Good evening. Please, how are you? Please, when you come, you like, you comment, and also you share. You share for me. else. Good evening, please. How are you? Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. JNM, thank you so much for joining in. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, and also you can share for me. Dynamic, good evening. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you, guys. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. We got 5 more minutes to go because our soup is almost done. Hello, Kwakudia. Good evening. Please, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. You like, you comment. Oh my God. Doris, good evening. Thank you so much for joining in. Honey, thank you so much for joining in. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, please. When you come, you like. Yes, way. Yes, lay down. Yes, I am. JM, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much. Good evening. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for inviting a lot of people here on Facebook. JM, thank you so much. Happy Friday. I am fine, thank you, sweetheart. Please, how are you too? Thank God it's Friday. Please, when you come, you like, you comment. My dear TikTokers, please, when you come, you like, you comment. Wonderful cooking. Thank you so much, my dear brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please comment fast, all audience. Regina, thank you so much for joining again. Love you, take love. Thank you so much, my dear. I am fine, thank you, sweet sister. Please, how are you too? We thank God it's Friday. Sweetie, when I finish this live, I'm going to follow you back, okay? Thank you for following me. I am fine, thank you. I am fine, thank you. Tizzy Beauty, good evening. Please, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you. Emmanuel, thank you so much for joining in. I am fine, thank you. My dear sister, please, how are you? We got 5 more minutes to go. 5 more minutes to go. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, and also you can share for me. Hello, sweetheart. Raman. Rahiman, thank you so much for joining in. Please, how are you? We thank God it's Friday. Happy Friday. Adom looks delicious. Thank you so. Oh, thank you so much for sending me 10 stars, my dear. Rahiman, thank you so much for sending me 10 stars. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Tizzy Beauty, thank you so much for liking it for me. When you come, you like, you comment. So today's recipe was meat with mushrooms, carrots, light soup. Sorry. Meat with mushrooms and carrots, light soup. The only place you get this food, this soup, is Time with Esther's Kitchen. Please, my friends on Facebook, everyone here is very active and supportive. So you can follow everyone here. Everyone here is very active and supportive. My dear Safaru Rahman, thank you so much for giving me 10 stars. Thank you for the like. Thank you. Please follow him for more stars. He's very active and supportive. Thank you so much, my dear. I'm very grateful. Love you, JM. Love you. Endless love. Thank you so much. Nico, good evening. Frida, good evening. Salima, good evening. Monica, good evening. Please, how are you all doing? Please, when you come, Fatima, please, when you come, you like, you share, because very soon I'm going to end the live. No, thank you so much for your comment. That looks delicious. Thank you so much. Nice live, dear. Rihanna, thank you so much. JM, good night. Thank you, sweet brother. Good night. Have a wonderful night. God bless you. If God permits, tomorrow. Thank you so much. We got few minutes. So this is my meat and mushrooms lye soup. Meat and mushrooms lye soup. Carrots lye soup. The only place you get this is Time with Esther's Kitchen. The only place you get this is Time with Esther's Kitchen. Write it on the comment section what you're going to enjoy this excellent live. Thank you so much. God bless you too, dear, my dear. God bless you too. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. Mame, good evening. Pacha woni abusiafo bia ho ye Lady Osberger. Mejidi ese nyame adom munyi na mo ho ye. Anna, thank you so much for joining. Nura, thank you so much for joining. Supercast, thank you so much for joining in. Julie, thank you so much. Please, when you come, we got a minute to go because we are done. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. The only place you get this carrot, meat, mushroom, sliced soup is Time with Esther's Kitchen. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Sending love. Thank you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. The only place you get this is Time with Esther's Kitchen. So please follow me on Facebook as Time with Esther's Kitchen, YouTube Time with Esther's Kitchen, and here on TikTok. Love you all. If you want to learn how to prepare this meat and mushrooms with carrot light soup, you can follow me on Time with Esther's Kitchen because we started everything here. Come to. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm coming. Okay. It's okay. Sit down. It's cold in here. So have a wonderful evening. If God permits, tomorrow, we thank God it's Friday. Love you all. Love you all. Follow me on Facebook as Time with Esther's Kitchen. YouTube Time with Esther's Kitchen. Love you all. Love you all. Have a wonderful evening. Bye. Bye. Thank you so much for your compliments, sister. Bye.